This is Lotus Comics. I'm the Joker, and I'm here with the Doctor Who gentlemen, gentlefolk of the actual Doctor Who show. How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing all right. I jumped into my TARDIS, decided to hop back into the future. About what year is it?
What year is it? I have no clue, earthly clue.
Oh gosh, let's see. I believe 2025, 2010.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. I just stole a TARDIS, invented, my apologies, and I'm waiting the arrival of my granddaughter so we can go adventuring and see what amazing sights can be seen on this wondrous planet called Earth.
Earth. Let's see, well, did you run into the bats by chance?
Interesting species. 300, so...
You know, bats. You know, that man, for example.
Oh, man. Heard of him. He did well. I sense you probably have an issue with him.
Issue? I wouldn't say so much of an issue, perchance, per se, other than maybe a hatred of some sort.
Hatred? Hatred can only lead to destruction, my child. But if you work at it, you might find an understanding or work it out through your own actions.
I have no idea what you're saying. Other than, moving on. Alright, so you're a time traveler?
Yes, a Time Lord.
Time Lord, well, traveler, Lord, let's see. Everybody's got a joke. Alright, well, anyway, getting back to the baffling situation of which we're talking about, do you have any sort of background of time travel whatsoever, or is this just a waste of my time?
So, I got my doctorate in time travel, and specifically the theories of time travel and the influences of paradox.
Paradox, like in fluctuations of frequency and such and so forth?
More along the lines of when one timeline runs across another.
I see. So you got your doctorate in, like, you know, quantum leap, basically.
Close.
That's awesome. Well, you know, let's see. If you were to, like, say, travel from, like, you know, certain decades of, like, things, why do you travel back in time? What's the point? Really?
The excitement, the adventure. I'm a tourist, a thing of fancy. I wish to have a normal life, but none can ever find it. Wherever I go, there's always conflict.
But really, it's stress. I mean, you have to have a plan of some sort.
There is no plan but to move forward.
You know, like with me in the times that I've been doing what I do, I've always had a plan. You know, kind of instigate, like, you know, certain labyrinths of some sort. You know, I'm sure you know. A lot of faulty people that I worked with don't have anything in common with me. How could they? It's not like they wake up beautiful. So, it's more or less like, okay, so moving on with your time theory, relativity.
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce the word?
Relativity.
Relativity. No?
Correct.
Okay, we'll circle around that. And keep moving forward. Now, have you been in any TV shows or any drama series of any sort?
Well, later on I plan to be.
Okay.
Specifically, I haven't quite started any yet. I'm actually anticipating starting a television show on the BBC. In fact, I'll go back into the black and white era. I loved that time period. My older self might, in fact. It's an idea. I actually met a man by the name of Captain Jack Harkness, but he says he knows me a little differently. My face is different, so I'm assuming that I have a reincarnation as such. I have regenerated. When a Time Lord dies, our cells supercharge with energy, so we regenerate our bodies and get to live again 13 times.
Reminds me of a story. And in the story, there's this guy. And his name is Dent. Now, in this particular story, he's like known as the hero. Was the hero. Now, in that story of being a hero, he looked at kind of like you, but without the suitable thing strapping yourself to the collar type of deal. And he had a lot more extensions as far as like, he didn't manicure in his face. You know what I'm saying? So, and he was pretty much a hero, but he had like a coin that he always carried because seriously, he was very, like all the time, true to justice. Me, on the other hand, I operate from a more sadistic type of thinking style, and I'm just sort of kind of. So here's the thing, like, I love the Get Up. It's like what? So 1980s meets like TV show. And so, what do you want to see as far as any expectations of your time travel? To get back to the actual relativity of the conversation.
Well, my rational dimensions in space, I would like to improve the universe. See if I can find things that need help. They seem to find me easily enough, and I'd like to meet someone who can just make me happy, stay and just live a normal life. But sad to say, a Time Lord doesn't get a normal life.
Now, I misplaced your name.
Oh.
Your name is Doctor who again?
Well, if you look very carefully,
I mean, Doctor Who. What is your name?
Yes.
What is your name?
My name given is Theta Sigma.
Yeah. Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
What is your name? What's the name? After Doctor. What is it?
Theta Sigma.
Who?
Theta Sigma.
I see.
But
wow. Okay.
You could just call me Who.
Who?
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 Doctor.
Who what?
Doctor's easier.
What who?
Doctor.
What? Who what? What is your name? Doctor? And then there's a place. See? Let me be more clear. There's words, and then there's Doctor, and then there's a blank right here where your name goes. So, Doctor Who? What's the name? So that tell these nice viewers, for example, what your name is.
I like that. I'll stick with it. Doctor Who.
Anyway, people, this is Lotus Comics. This guy's impossible. It's impossible to get like new viewers on a daily basis, let alone new interviews that we get. This guy has no name, obviously. So we'll call him the Time Traveler, otherwise known as
Doctor.
This is Doctor Who.
If you'll excuse me, I have a party on Racticalicophalabatorius I've got to get to.
Well, it was fascinating talking to you. What year are you going to?
I think Apple/Delta 25.
Now, I only have one last question, which is, do you ever get confused with, like, I don't know, being in a DeLorean of some sort?
No, pretty much technology always stays the same no matter where you go.
You know, what did I do? Like that guy, like Evan Brown, for example.
I can see that.
He's also a doctor.
Yes.
So what do you use as far as your device to be able to do these areas?
Well, my granddaughter, she actually named it for me. It is a time and rational dimensions in space, also known as a TARDIS.
Right. Do you use a DeLorean? Do you use a telephone booth?
Well, the chameleon circuit broke on me.
So no flux capacitor.
No.
No telephone booth.
It can look like a telephone booth. It can look like anything. A Greek column, a pillar, a statue, anything with a door usually. But I short-circuited out my chameleon circuit, so it's stuck in a blue box.
Is your best friend named Ted, for example? You have a best friend that goes along with you?
Just my granddaughter for right now.
Really?
But I think I'll find someone soon.
You know I can destroy you.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't So, this is Doctor Who. This is Lotus Comics. You've heard it here first. I guess he's got to get back to the year
Apple/Delta. Maybe 27 sounds better.
27. He's going to the year 27. Meanwhile, I am talking to you at Lotus Comics. Come see us. We are a really fun group of people. LotusComics.com if you've never been to our website, or check us out on Facebook. This is Doctor Who. I'm the Joker. And that's the show.